I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with John Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances. All right, John, we've been talking about guided cooking here and there at appliances, and obviously we're seeing a lot more guided cooking. I want to talk specifically about the Hestan Cue cookware and how it interacts with Monogram, more specifically induction cooktops. This isn't your standard guided cooking. This is kind of next level guided cooking, but how do you kind of frame it properly for customers so they're not just like, another guided cooking, and now you're making me buy some cookware?
Okay. And I'm glad you called it guided cooking, because this is actually kind of how I want to educate on this, right? So look, you mentioned it before. Anybody that's followed the show knows that I'm not a fan of auto cook stuff, right? Auto cook programs or anything like that. And again, it's not because the technology is bad, but really because of the promise that comes along with those systems, right? Is that we know that most of these auto programs take time and temperature into account, kind of wrap it up in a ball of confidence, and basically give you a button and say, set it and forget it, and you're trusting the machine, okay? And we all know cooking doesn't work that way because of all the things that we've talked about in the past. And so when those results get inconsistent, we blame the technology, and then it gets, thrown away. And I just want to lay that groundwork, because I need you to understand that Hestan Cue is not that, okay? And when you go down that road and you lump it in with the other guided cooking programs that are out there, just so you know, the assumption that you're taking, it's completely wrong. And it's the most important thing to correct before you talk about this. Because here's the difference. Hestan Cue isn't trying to replace the cook in this situation, okay? And it's not pretending that time and temperature are going to be enough to come up with a perfect meal, okay? It approaches the problem from a completely different angle entirely. So Q is really built around what I would say is more real-time feedback than anything else, right? Where we know that these pre-programs are just these kind of preset algorithms, right, that are based off of assumptions, let's be honest. And that's why it deserves a completely different conversation entirely, okay? The key distinction is, instead of saying that set it and trust us type of a behavior, Hestan Cue is saying, hey, you better pay attention. And if you do, I'm going to guide you through this process appropriately, okay? Which is a much different sentiment. The cookware is actually measuring actual pan temperature for you, okay? Not just what the oven or the element is actually set to. And then that data is feeding both the cooktop and the app in real time for you. And the system can actually tell you at that point when to add oil or introduce food or flip food over or adjust the heat, or, you can move along to the next step. And it's controlling the actual temperature very, very well at the same time. Now, what it doesn't do is it doesn't pretend that cooking is passive, okay? And what I mean by that, and where a lot of people can get frustrated, is, if you treat Q like it's an autopilot thing, okay? That first miss that you have and it's on you is going to feel like an entire system failure, okay? Because really what Q is doing is it's executing a process, and it's doing it very precisely. So if you, as the cook, if you skip a step, if you substitute something without understanding the impact that it's going to have on the recipe, or if you mistime any of these actions, this system isn't going to rescue you at all, right? And that's not a limitation, right? It's actually what it was meant to do. So, if you start oversimplifying this thing as smart cooking and auto programming and all that kind of stuff, you're setting your customer up for this hands-off kind of result that we see with these other things. And, the first ditch that doesn't come out exactly like they were hoping for, we're going to abandon this feature all the time. And we have to be really careful that we're not doing that, right? We have to make sure that we're presenting this and using it the right way.
So here's my question, and part of the background noise is,
Yeah, sure.
The customers didn't come in to buy cookware. They came in to buy appliances. So is this enough of a differentiator where the Monogram appliances this connects to gets elevated in the pitch?
From my estimation, I would say yes. Okay. So Q is really for cooks. How can we put this? That want structure behind what they're doing without having to surrender control to an appliance. And I think that that's big, okay? It's really for the people who want to understand why something works not just that it did work. Okay. So this system is going to do things like reward engagement, and that's really why I respect it. Where I don't have a lot of respect for those auto programs in the ovens, I have a ton of respect for this because it doesn't really lie about what cooking is. And that's the biggest thing that I hate about it. And when you use Q the right way, I mean, over time, it's going to do things like build up like heat intuition, right? And timing awareness and consistency and just give you a level of confidence without having to guess anymore, right? It's not going to flatten out the cooking process into a button that you never know what it's doing, right? And it's also going to be able to teach you through repetition. And that's a fundamentally different approach than what auto cook programs that are doing. But let's be honest, they're actually hiding that entire process from the cook. So I would say there's a ton of value in it. This is actually going to make you a better cook because you're not flying blind. You're actually getting coached along every step of the way. That's what's going to make you better. That's why I love this.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.